Kelly and I spent an amazing and unforgettable week in Glacier National Park. Here we take you along as we hike the breathtaking Avalanche Lake Trail.
Hello wanderers, we are in Glacier National Park, and as you can see, it is a chilly and rainy morning.
But we still got up early to get into the park. Today we are going to be hiking the Trail of the Cedars and the Avalanche Lake Trail.
The Trail of the Cedars is a loop trail located just off the Going to the Sun road. Much of the trail is on a wheelchair-accessible boardwalk, passing under enormous western red cedars from which it gets its namesake. The trees here are estimated to be around 500 years old, reaching up to 230 feet tall and 13 feet in diameter. Cedar says, "I don't care about your fence."
Cedar also says, "Stop building things out of the corpses of my kin."
The eastern branch of the Trail of the Cedars loop continues to follow the boardwalk through the forest for about half a mile before coming to a footbridge over one of the highlights of the trail, Avalanche Gorge. From there, the trail continues on a dirt path to the junction of the Avalanche Lake trailhead.
So right as you move from the Trail of the Cedars to the Avalanche Lake Trail, there is a swift gain in elevation, which gets your heart pumping, but it takes you to the top of the gorge.
The trail follows Avalanche Creek for roughly 1 more mile before turning away from the creek and into the woods. For most of the rest of the hike, we could still hear the rushing water, reminding us that the creek was never too far away. And there was plenty to see in the forest, both large
It's a big rock.
and small.
About halfway to the lake, the woods opened up, and we were treated to a view of the towering mountains all around us. From there, it was a short, moderate hike to the shore of Avalanche Lake.
So this is Avalanche Lake. We have made it. It is just gorgeous. The mountains are towering over us with glacial waterfalls cascading down the entire side of the mountains.
And the trail actually goes alongside most of the lake, so there's lots of places you can kind of get away and enjoy a picnic, take pictures, and just take in this view because it is breathtaking. The cascading waterfalls we saw were Melt from Sperry Glacier to the south, which feeds the lake. The glacier cannot be seen from the lake. It is hidden by Little Matterhorn Mountain. To the northeast, the lake is bordered by Bear Hat Mountain.
I, for one, was in love with this place. The low clouds rolling in just over the mountains lent it a sense of tranquility and solitude. The dark teal waters and lush emerald forest stood in stark contrast to the pale gray sky. I could have stayed there all day, just watching the clouds and waterfalls and rain splashing on the lake.
Of course, we eventually did have to leave. Once again, we followed the path away from the lake and back through the forest.
Well, we are back on the boardwalk, which means that we are about to wrap up this hike. Thank you for joining us on our hike to Avalanche Lake by way of Trail of the Cedars.
If you liked this video, check out our other Glacier National Park hikes. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our content. And as always,
Thanks for watching us wander.